Okay, so I've got the FS-90 fully disassembled and cleaned up. I got all the parts here. I just want to kind of show each of them. As far as this goes here, this screw head, I'm not sure what happened. I didn't do this, but I mean, there was a lot of rust in there and I got all that rust out, but even when I did that, a standard metric wrench would not really still bite in it. I think it just deteriorated. There was enough rust on that screw head that it just deteriorated, and I was unable to remove that. So because of the fact that that can't be removed means that this bearing can't be replaced, and that's just the way it's going to be. It makes a little noise, but that's just how it's going to be because I don't have any means to get a Dremel in here to cut a slot in this. There's just no room to work. This is one of those designs that OS did that was just kind of poor in my mind, and that they didn't really think about what could possibly happen to some of these internals, because these rear rocker engines just notoriously don't get enough lubrication, or at least they don't get all that flushed out. And if people don't take care of these things properly and really flush all the fuel out of them and fill it with oil, this kind of thing happens. Overall, this engine is in excellent shape with the exception of that. Now, here's the head and the bottom. I mean, that thing looks almost brand new. Piston, sleeve, there's really nothing to see on the sleeve. Here's the front housing, all cleaned up. Everything came really clean here. Here's this timing wheel. Now, inside here, these bearings are fine too. These all seem well. So inside here is where the tappets go, and I've got several videos on FS-90 reassembling. I've got one that shows how to put these tappets in also, so I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to show this cleaned up part. So basically this engine's all nice and clean and ready to go too, with the exception of gaskets, which I don't have. And I do have new bearings for the front and rear housing. That exhaust header came pretty clean, 99% clean, and of course the cover was a little dirty, and now it's cleaned up too. So I know, I'm pretty damn sure that I can't find gaskets for this, because I had sourced some gaskets from eBay from a seller that makes a lot of them, and I had asked him when I was doing an OS FS-60 engine, open rocker engine, if he had gaskets for that, and he said no. And I think the gaskets for that engine and this engine are the same, but I'll have to look up on his seller page and see. But for the most part, this engine is with the exception of gaskets, could be reassembled and run today. But I need to contact the fellow that sent these to me and see if he wants me just to use Permatex Moto Seal for gaskets or what. So anyway, that's the status of this engine also.